Just interesting to note that churches, when you're building a community, what comes first? And it was surprising that you find that when the Glen Davis Act was proclaimed in 1939, we had over in the Bagtown side 2 churches operating, Church of England and Methodist. Those 2 were then, if we look at them and say, when buildings were available, they arrived, the first 2 churches were the made from Hudson ready-cut material, Methodist Church with a galvanised iron roof, and the Church of England. They were constructed of the same material, and they were opposite the works in Bagtown. This gentleman's right. There was a Methodist church built of wood with a chimney at the back, which partitioned off as the minister's sleeping and living quarters. The minister played a piano accordion to accommodate the hymns and an old cold night for prevalent Glen Davis winds. Church of England. To provide a spiritual and social ministry for the hundreds of men and their families. The Archbishop appointed Reverend Ogden as the first chaplain. It was he who supervised the construction of the church and carried out much of the work in September 1940. In 1941, the service was known by Bagley, headmaster of the St Andrew's Church in Sydney, and he was also assisted by Reverend Mel Davies, who was then the minister, Reverend Minister for the Church for the Life of Glen Davis. In 1943, Reverend Fred Kemp came here and he found that he had a problem. It was on that particular week that he arrived. They had partly dismantled the Methodist church and were going to bring it up to town. And he found he had nowhere to go. So the church was then duly moved from Bagtown to up just over the hill from where we are now. And that remained there. And then later years it was transported out of town, and I think it was removed and taken to, I don't know, Kirkconnell, I think I see it somewhere. We had some very good weddings and that performed here. Catholic Church. If we go back to 1946, in 1946, prior to 1946, the Catholics held a regular Mass in the Picture Theatre in Bagtown. Then in 1946, the church was opened up here in town, which is just up on the hill up here. And Calvin lives in that area now. And so in 1946, 47, so in 1946 the church was opened and dedicated by the Bishops of Bathurst. And the convent opposite, the Sisters of Mercy arrived in Glen Davis in 46. was not only Catholic residents they tended to, but anybody who needed them. As the sisters came from hometown of Ben Chifley, which is in one of the Mother Kevin, Sister Louia, Sister Maria Steele, and were three of the five that came here in the first instance. And I had let's put it this way, I was born Church of England, went Church of England, and went to Church of England here. When I met my wife, she was Catholic, and then I changed to Catholic. So I've been on both sides of the track. But I was very, very lucky to meet people of that vintage in that time. Sister Mary Steele, I had a good friendship with her. They've all passed away. Catholic Church, just briefly, Catholic Church, Our Lady of the Rosary was erected in 1946-47. January 49, sisters appointed to the Glen Davis new foundation. 1949, sisters were here at Glen Davis. And in 1950, it was opened up as a school, and then the attendance of that school was 90 people. And then the 8th of December 1952, the Blessed Sacrament was removed and the church was closed. And the church has moved outside. The Methodist Church, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 ministers there over the life of the work.